Metal tradition is powerful, let's not deny that. And even if you look at Metallica's interviews from the 80s, who many see as the founders of thrash, you can clearly see what influenced them. Influence is something that chases you every time you try to express an original idea. You know that first metal song ever made? Even that riff was influenced by Mars from composer Gustav Holst. Hello metalheads, this is Aggro from Dark Industry, MA music theoretician in doctoral studies, heavy music songwriter, teacher and producer. Today I'm walking you through the darkscapes of metal creation, because let's face it, metal music is built on influence. One thing that makes us metalheads different from many other genres listeners is that we are obsessed with the music we love. Half of us play an instrument, we know every damn detail about our favorite bands, and of course naturally some of us simply want to express ourselves with our own sound. But here's the catch. Whenever your fingers land on a keyboard or fingerboard, the weight of everything you've ever loved slams down on them. So instead of standing in an open valley full of opportunities, you find yourself locked in a metal cage. More than half a century of heavy music tradition traps you inside. Influences simply push you to echo their sound, like, is this Randy Rhoads lick? Or, I don't know, this riff sounds like Pantera, that kind of things. So even our gear, our chord shapes, our tones, they are all inherited. And today, I want to show you one of my own ways to break free from those metal chains, hoping to motivate all of you and spark, your creative thinking.
Fucking subscribe!
So this video isn't made just for my music students and clients, it's for all metalheads seeking their own voice in the endless black sea of heavy sound. So let's head over to piano, and there I'll show you how I broke free from influences while working on one of my own songs and created something that truly sounded original. Let's go. So here we are. This what I'm going to play for you right now was originally a guitar riff, but I'll play it on piano. I turned to piano because it is a better and richer harmonic instrument, gives me endless capabilities, and of course I needed to work my way further through the arrangement and develop a vocal melody. The initial riff sounded something like this. And it was a typical tonic against the tritone clash in the beginning, right? Metalheads are good friends with tritones, of course. We all know what those are. And also, I came to something that stepped out of convention. It was a little off the path, to be frank, and that was this melodic G sharp minor harmony. This is something you know, right? This is a regular minor you could expect in metal, but when you hear when I got this formation, which was harmonically strong and I liked it on my guitar, I started working on the vocal melody. So of course, as everybody else would do, I went for G sharp minor melody because we got locked into G sharp minor key. So I started singing. Immediately, I realized that was so cliche. Like, wait, man. I mean, could I possibly start this in a worse way? Okay, let's try a different tone. Well, okay, let's see. No, this is a triad. This is a G sharp minor triad. Everybody has done that. What I did out of nowhere. Okay. There's this beautiful minor chord line in here. What did I do? There was power chord, major 7th over it. Wow, there's this G minor and... What is this? This is like a dun-dun-dun? Minor chord on the tritone. How the hell did that happen? Okay, so I kept working on it. Suspended 9th chord? Incomplete? Never mind. Whoa, man, this is getting better and better. Wait. This 4th chord is beautiful. Sorry, this one. I can't even calculate it. It was like a F. Like F major 7th chord with an added 9th. Awesome. Some of you might say right now, okay, it's easy for you. You're the expert in music theory. You know this all. No. When I get to working on music, it's just a part of creative process. Nobody has a silver bullet for this. That I know basically everything I could about music theory doesn't help me invent this. Anyway, what I did here, and I realized it only later, was that I created a vocal melody in G minor and not in G sharp minor, which was magic. This was my unintentional solution by just seeking for proper harmonies. So I created a bitonal clash between G sharp and G minor in the relation between guitars and vocals, and it worked magically. Listen, let's listen to it together. Graffiti spray the LA, bathing in neon blue, the lines contaminated, breathing C5. Speaking of vocals, I wanted to, when I completed this process, I wanted to go a step further, and I said, okay, wait, what if because I was thinking about the dystopian environment, some future, and there's a beautiful cityscape under the purple skies, everything's glossy and shiny, yet it's full of brainless creatures walking the streets without any thoughts, overwhelmed by robots and technology. So I wanted to convey this sick, twisted, dystopian vibe, and I decided to sing in a way that's kind of hoarse, twisted, sick. And I trained my voice towards that to sound like, yeah, something like that, you know? So I can do it right now, but believe me, it took me good 2 hours of practicing this sort of timbre, because this sort of hoarse kind of singing can easily make you slip off a tune, and it's difficult to lock your tone into a key without the proper practice. So when I did it, when I achieved that, I recorded this vocal line, and it matched perfectly with the riff and the entire ambience. Let's listen to that. Lines contaminated, breathing C5OQ, my brain soon undergetting. This was my step away from the metal chains. I kind of broke the pattern. I made it to stay within the framework of metal genre, but still deliver something that was my own, my personal fingerprint. So that's exactly what I wanted to convey to all of you. This was, of course, only one piece of puzzle. You can find your own means of expression. You can try messing around with the harmonies as much as you can. Even if you know the basics of keyboard, the better. But still, try to find your way, try to break free, try to, go through the entire trial and error process over and over, make mistakes and learn from them, and as a result, something magical has to, kind of spark. So there, you just had an inside look at the core of music creation. The harmonies, arrangement, timbre choices, and crucial decisions in songwriting that shaped the final result. So, yes, metal chains, you can't really completely shake them off if you're a metalhead, But that's not the point. We are bound to metal, you and I, and we don't want to escape it. Still, heavy music offers endless possibilities, and thinking outside that box can lead to something new, something we haven't heard before, and it could be you to deliver that thing to us. So, not to get me wrong, I'm not here to promote my music, I simply make it for the love of creating and to give my clients insight into what they can expect out of me. But today I showed you how I found my own expression years ago. I broke that tonal framework and built a bitonal harmonic structure, one of my steps toward an individual fingerprint in metal. The chorus of that track took a wild turn though, unexpected turn of modulations wrapped in a groove I'm still proud of. I covered that in detail in another video in this same Metal Songwriting playlist that you're watching right now. So watch it, watch them all, and I'm sure you'll pick up tools that can help you carve your own identity as a metal artist. So metalheads, seek your own ways. As Richie Blackmore once said, he always noticed his mistakes, either in practice and rehearsals or live. But those mistakes were proof that he was breaking patterns and finding new ground. So keep trying, and sooner or later some form of magic will appear. Dark Industry is here to support that journey, whether it's one-on-one coaching, recording, arrangement edits, or, I don't know, custom intros, adding sound effects, mixing, all those things you guys have hired me for, but also creating quality content here on YouTube designed to help you achieve your heavy music goals. You're a part of the family, so you're welcome here anytime. Stay on your path, keep watching Dark Industry, and stay heavy.